don't know who asked for new dragon rulers and a new boss monster that's unaffected by literally everything, but congratulations. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more. I don't know who asked for more new Dragon Ruler support. Well, I mean, we should have just assumed that we were going to get new Dragon Ruler support based on the animation that we saw literally last year. But you know what? It took long enough and we finally are here. So we're going to start off here with Spectre, the Dragon Ruler of Auroras. Now keep in mind that this is a little baby guy. Actually, you don't get dragon upgrade forms until you hit exceed level for these guys. So it's going to be a light dragon, level 2, with 600 attack, 1000 defense. And you can only use one of the first and second effects this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. So we can discard this card and one other light or dragon monster to add 2 Dragon Ruler monsters from your deck to your hand, except for Spectre, the Dragon Ruler of Auroras. Well, congratulations. We now have a discard search 2 other Dragon Rulers. So, you know, I can't really imagine how this is not going to be broken any sorts of the word, but okay. And we can banish this card from your graveyard and one other light or dragon monster from your graveyard. Target 1, the Chasmatous Dragon Ruler of Poles in your graveyard, and special summon it. So, straight off the bat, you know, that upgraded Dragon Ruler form that it has when you can exceed to make it, this now has the ability to revive it. It's kind of interesting that they chose to make these 2 babies a little bit different, but usually light and dark designed monsters are usually a little bit different in terms of these. But straight off the bat, I mean, this card's absolutely insane for what it does. And then we have the Dragon Ruler of Darknesses. This actually looks pretty cool to see. So this is going to be another level 2 with 1000 attack, 600 defense. Okay, so you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn and only once that turn. So we can discard this card and one other dark or dragon monster. Target 2 of your banished Dragon Ruler monsters with different attributes except for this card. Special summon them, but they cannot attack this turn. Holy crap. Alright, this is just literally a free beam back 2 and then go ahead and overlay them and make something else. Like, this card literally is free. And then we can banish this card and one other dark or dragon monster from your graveyard to target 1 of your Lepsis, the Dragon Ruler of Calamities, in your graveyard and special summon it. You know, Super Rejuvenation is fully legal. They literally said, hey, here's another extra extender. Now, unfortunately, I don't think that this card will be super broken in, like, the same capacity as Spectre up here. Spectre's a very good card for what it is, but both of these, it is interesting that they designed these in the way that they did to try to, I guess, I don't know, they wanted to make some Exceed support, which is interesting. So this is the big one right here. This is the one that really, really, really is going to make the world shine. This is going to be your Dragon Ruler of the Poles. And yes, it is going to be a rank 7, and it is going to have 3000 attack, 1600 defense. And I'm not going to lie to you, this art actually looks really, really nice. It definitely gives me vibes of the Wood Dragon and the Water Dragon from back in the day, honestly. So yeah, this is going to require 2 level 7 dragon monsters. If you thought you were going to get to play these new cards in like something like Kashtira, no. Konami said you're not getting that ability. We already know what we've done. So you only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. Alright, so quick effect. You can send a level 7 Dragon Ruler monster from your deck to the graveyard and detach a material from this card. This effect becomes that sent monster's effect that activates by discarding itself. So we can send Blaster with this to get a pop during the opponent's turn. We can send good old Redox for a Monster Reborn with this, which, I mean, those are going to be your immediate 2 things. But also keep in mind here that you can also trigger these, I believe, by discarding the copies of themselves. So that's kind of cool. And if this card is destroyed by battle, or this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 level 7 Dragon Ruler monster from your graveyard or banishment. So we effectively do have an ability to float. I don't really see a lot of this thing being destroyed by battle, but it's okay. I really just like the fact that this thing allows you to basically use Blaster and Redox more reactively. I mean, yeah, you can also trigger Tempest and Tidal, but, you know, they're not really on the same level as the rest of the support, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. And then we have Eclipsis, the Dragon Ruler of Calamities. Oh boy, this is only $27.19. Of course, another rank 7 going to be forcing you to use this with 2 level 7 dragons. Of course, so you only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. On Exceed Summon, you can target a level 4 lower Dragon Ruler monster in your graveyard or banishment. Special summon a level 7 or rank 7 Dragon Ruler monster that mentions it from your deck or banishment, and then shuffle that target into the deck. Okay, so this literally tags on one of our other friends into a bigger one. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card or effect, quick effect, you attach 2 materials from this card to negate that activation. If you do, banish that card. Really, really nice that they just said, hey, you know, we're going to make a spell and trap negate for you. Meanwhile, the other one's just firing blasters at the opponent so you can do your thing. But these 2 big Dragon Ruler upgrades are phenomenal. Like, they actually did really, really good work with these in terms of design. Now, you're probably like, where's that boss monster you're talking about, Robbie? Well, right here. This is Disaster, the Dragon Ruler of Extremes. Yeah, there had to be one boss monster, right? Now, keep in mind, this is a 0/0. You're probably like, wait a minute, how do we make a Dragon Ruler with 0 attack, 0 defense? Well, let me tell you. So this is going to be a 2 rank 7 monsters in order to make this. So you're going to have to combine this and this in order to make it, but also it's any rank 7s to make it. So you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. On Exceed Summon, you can target up to 4 level 7 Dragon Ruler monsters in your graveyard and or banishment and attach them to this card. Then you can banish all monsters your opponent controls and in their graveyards with the same attributes as the monsters attached to this card. Earth, fire, wind, and water, the 4 elements of the avatar, just get swooped up. If this card has a light, dark, earth, water, fire, and wind Dragon Ruler monster attached to it, it gains 4,600 attack and defense and is unaffected by other card effects. Hey, good luck dealing with this huge calamity walking around. But I think this is actually a really cool design here. They said, hey, you know, you can actually make this with 2 of your other Dragon Rulers, the light and darks, because unless you're not getting that extra bonus effect down there at all, unless you get the full vacuum suck up of these. And even so, like, this card does not have the ability to attach the light or dark manually. You have to have them on the field. So they designed this card in such a way that, you know, it's fine. 4646 is kind of impressive. They've been pushing the bar lately on these boss monster numbers, which is really cool. And then we have the Draco Catastrophe. And of course, I mean, right, like, the Dragon Rulers are very notorious for just kind of going on out and fighting on their own accord. So this is going to be a quick play spell card. You can only use 1 of the first and second effects of this card's name, and once per turn and only once that turn. So we can smash summon a Dragon Ruler monster from our hand or banishment. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can exceed summon a Dragon Ruler monster using only Dragon Ruler monsters you control as material. And then during your main phase, we can banish this card from your graveyard to target any number of your banished Dragon Ruler monsters with different attributes and return them back to the graveyard. That's actually kind of cool. You know, I like the fact that we get the ability to return everything back, or, you know, you get a free special summon back, and then make, you know, this guy to go ahead and start firing at your opponent, which is pretty good, actually. They did really, really good. Also, technically, after effect results, you can exceed summon a Dragon Ruler monster using Dragon Ruler monsters you control as material. You could technically make this guy, during your opponent's turn, to my understanding, and then just vacuum up everything and clear your opponent's field. Like, your opponent's going to have to find a way to deal with this. Putting both of these on the field, it's going to be relatively easy. You just have to be able to see the other 4 Dragon Rulers to do the thing. And to be honest with you here, Dragon Ruler of Poles should have no, ability not to do this, which is pretty strong, say the least. But outside of that, this support's really, really good. These cards do way more than any Dragon Ruler cards should have done. And the fact that Konami just finally brought all the Dragon Rulers back because they had planned for new support for this is actually kind of crazy. I'm surprised it took them initially this long, but Spectre is a really good card. Actually, everything here is pretty cool. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Peace.
Patrons.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.